Get your coaching at Nista.gg or send your game to be reviewed using the links down below. I'm gonna open up the replay. The one thing that I was really weirded out by was that it looked like you just refused to play with the Yasuo. It's like the Yasuo is the strongest champion in the game, and you just completely refuse to play with the guy.
Right, okay. So I think what happened there, like this is like how my brain works, is when I see the Yasuo on a split on his own, I just think, if I go there, I just die with him. But I guess that's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, wait.
But,
I'm gonna go over it once we get there. But, first of all, I think the second win was a mistake. When you look at the NA team, like, yeah, the NA play has like Ezreal for poke, but realistically, the thing that you need to worry about is this guy, which is all-ins, and then also bone plating is so much better against these guys. Bone plating, I think, would have been my choice in this game. Let's go 30 or so.
Wait, why can't I watch your stream? Why is Discord so difficult?
Yeah, like I said, it is that the only really scary thing about this lane is the Swain E, which if Swain hits E, he dumps the whole combo, which does a ton of damage. And they can realistically only break your bone plating with Ezreal Q, which shouldn't be that hard to prevent. And also, it's so much better against these guys to have bone plating.
Yeah.
Okay, this time around. Yeah, like, this level 2 was okay. It was, I think, better. It's that we missed the Q at the start there. Also, I noticed that in both of these games, you have the tendency to throw out your Q at level 1, and then when you hit level 2, you don't have it anymore.
I don't have it, yeah.
It happened. It happened in the last game, and it also happened kind of in this game.
It's weird because that's something I'm normally thinking about, but I guess sometimes I just autopilot it and don't think about it. So I wouldn't say that's a problem every game, but it's obviously a problem in some of the games.
It was in both of these games.
Often I'm thinking, oh, I should hold my Q so that I have it for level 2. But...
Sure. Edit my game. So this one. In the or while we were going to mid lane, you can see that the enemy team is looking in the back here, right? They're gonna shove in the wave and then press B. You have about a minute until you actually need to be back in bot lane. So this is something that you probably need to be paying a lot more attention to, is what's going on here. And then over here. Yeah, because at this point, like he's pinging. The tournament is on 1,000 gold bounty. This guy has 1.3k in the bank. So at this point, I would be thinking, okay, I'm not needed in bot lane, but if this guy doesn't get shut down right now, gets to go back to base, the game is over. Like, we can't do anything if this guy gets to go to base and gets to lane against this Yasuo with all of the extra items. The tournament is just gonna keep shoving all the way into our nexus, and we can't stop him if he gets to go back with some other gold. Tournament is top lane. You guys need to go. You have to go top lane to kill this guy. If this Trinova gets to go to lane, yeah, it's GG.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I think what I would be doing is I would kind of move like this, out of fog of war, but then loop around. Because the thing that you do here, like the tournament should never die to this.
I tunneled probably.
Yeah. Because the tournament should never die to this. He sees you coming all the way from mid lane. As soon as he sees this, he needs to back off, and then the game ends. Like, the game is just over at this point. But the thing is that the tournament doesn't really do that. But going back, I will try to go through here, pick Twitch to come, and try to 1v3 this guy. Because like I said, the game ends if you don't kill this guy right now. The game's just completely over. Thankfully, the tournament doesn't respect at all. I'm pretty sure he spins the wrong way too. If he spins out, then he gets out. Pretty sure. Just we says no damage at this point. But yeah, this kind of saves the game for us. This was the next one that I want to have a look at. Because at this point we're pretty far down. in the game. Like we're really screwed in the game right now. But the thing is that we can see all of them. We have this in our jungle. I think you could have forced this a little bit better, or forced the fight here a little bit more.
I'm just so scared of the Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean, the Cassidy is over here, so because like as soon as this TP goes through, I want to be fighting this because we have 1, 2,
yeah,
3,
no,
and
you're
4
right.
people.
You're right.
And the enemy team has 3.
You're right. And this Q is stupid. That would never.
Yeah,
hit
the
because
Q.
He's rooted.
Yeah.
If he's rooted, why would I? Oh, that's just.
Yeah.
That's me not paying attention.
Yeah, because we really need to be in this fight because this is a 45 in our 45 in our jungle, and we're down this much gold. I think this is one of those fights that we just have to take. I just hope that it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so close to that he gets the kill. Yeah. Just a tumbling me pretty nice. Okay, so I think at this point it was pretty clear when you press tab and have a look at the champions. The only ones who can really do anything are the Yone and the Yasuo. The Yasuo is probably the guy who would be focusing more because he's level 12 higher, like 2 levels up on everybody else on our team. So what you can do here, or what I love to do when it comes to playing with what's I'm call it, like strong side laners.
Yeah.
Is that you don't actually even have to be top lane to play with the guy. Because the thing about Bard, yeah, you use Ward. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Because like, if you can see that the Yasuo is going to top lane and you can see that he's winning against the Juniper 1v1, just put down a couple of wards here. Or like when he goes to bot lane over there. Because if nobody can 1v1 this guy, then you should make sure that it's always going to be a 1v1, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have like, I don't know, 1, 2, maybe like 3, whatever, and then you have these wards as kind of like a shield, or what you don't even have to have all of these, like maybe like 1, 2 would be enough. And then they also can just keep pushing, and only if they come straight from the base thing and do anything. But the thing is that if the anything walks through these wards and Yasuo leaves, then all of this time that they're like chasing the Yasuo over here, because you know this is gold, they're gonna waste like 30 seconds doing this. This is all time that the anything is not farming or doing anything, and then you can pressure the rest of the map.
Yeah.
Or just do anything useful. It's just a shame that like we actually had a really strong Yasuo in this game, but we just it's like you were just completely refusing to play with the guy for some reason. I also noticed that in both of these games you kind of have a tendency to like stay on the map a little bit too long.
Too long, yeah. That's definitely a habit. That's definitely a habit. That's definitely a habit. Staying on the map when I should be resetting.
It was more, or there was more of it in the last game, but it happened in this game also.
It happened a lot in the last game because we were stomping, right? So it's easy. It's easier to do that when you're stomping. You
kind of like just chill, like do whatever. You're winning. Like this is the only time that we're actually playing with the guy. It's a little bit unfortunate that Yasuo walks into the Swain ult like this and gets popped. Because if he doesn't, you get this. Because if he doesn't do this and he just waits for his shield to come, then you just tunnel through, kill this guy, and then the guy just dies. But he walks in a little bit too early and almost gets one shot. And then the shield gets popped by the Leandris. Yeah, like if he was here with half HP.
If he waited for this play, exactly.
Yeah.
If he just waits, if he stepped out of the ult, waited for this play, it's free.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, once Yasuo comes, or once Kassadin comes, he has his ult. You might be able to even outplay this against the Kassadin. But like, see how like the one time we play with this guy, something good happens.
Yeah, you're right.
But then he kind of overplays it because why not? Yeah, like see, like it draws the Kassadin over. We kill him. We already killed the Trunamir. We almost killed this guy. Yone gets to push in mid lane. Like all of these things happen because we were like playing with the Yasuo. And this is why one of my rules of solo queue is you play with who's strong and you ignore who's strong on the enemy team. That's precisely because of this. Because if you're playing with who's strong, then you have like you can 2v3 people pretty easily, especially in like lower areas.
Yeah.
And the thing is that this is like one of the things that Bard is like one of the best at when it comes to the support role. Is is just supporting the winning side lanes. Because of your portal, because of your ult, you can just move to the side lane, kill somebody, then you can go back to mid lane, look for ults, look for tunnels, and like just like you win side lane and then you go to mid lane and you win the team fight.
Yeah.
Bars loves winning side lanes, but it doesn't look like. I know it should be like second nature if you're playing Bard, that you're playing with your side laners somehow, like some way. Even if you don't want to actually fight with him, just put on a couple of wards, and then when you see two people coming through, and you see like an enemy Kokwa in mid lane, just ult the guy. If there's somebody else on the enemy team here, he's gonna want to try and help him. And now it's like a 4v2 in mid lane. You kill them, you turn the Baron, and you just take the Baron, and then yeah, like because of these wards, your side lane gets to leave, and they get nothing.
Right.
Like, you want to be like when you're playing Bard, you want to be stretching the enemy team thin. Like you want to like spread the map as wide as possible.
Of course. Of course.
But it doesn't look like it's like something that you do, at least in this game.
I probably don't do it enough, yeah.
Yeah, because that's like Bard's bread and butter. Like it's one of the biggest win cons this champion has. Because like Bard's teamfighting is number one really hard, and number two not. Like even when you play teamfights really well, unless you get like a 4-man ult into like Diana ult or whatever, pretty much any enchanter just press shield and heal on their ADC and they do more than you. So we usually want to avoid like straight up 5v5s when we're playing Bard, unless they're again like walking into a choke point for your ult or something like that. But you usually want to be taking like 2v3s, 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, 4v3s, whatever.
Skirmishing is really good, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be taking these small fights. So these wards are a little bit weird to me. Because we want to be fighting this, right? But the thing is that we're putting our pink ward in this bush.
Because I wanted to clear the wards there. I assumed that there was wards there, but no, I guess.
Okay. So the thing about that is it doesn't even matter if they see us on this ward. If we just clear the river, it doesn't matter. Because they can't see us.
True. Okay.
And then if we have wards in their jungle, we can see them, but they can't see us. So this ward doesn't do anything.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense actually. Yes, that's... So probably what, like pink the pixel and then get deeper vision?
Yeah, like pink ward over here, pink ward over here. I mean, this shrine doesn't matter. Like pink ward over here, pink ward over here, pink ward over here, here, even here. Like just anything that's forward. Like anything that can clear vision around here. And then you can put on a normal ward over here, normal ward over here, maybe in like a normal ward over here if you're worried about Cassidy ulting over the wall and coming through here.
Yeah.
But all of these wards are like just so shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we dropped like 1 and 2. And now we're out of wards. Yeah, we have one ward. We should put here. Yeah, because if you put down the wards over here and here, it's gonna, like, we can see them coming all, like, so much sooner, right? But if you put down the ward over here, then all you can see is this, and all you can see is this. Whereas you'll be able to see them coming all the way from here or all the way over here.
Yep.
It was a nice attempt. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too short, too slow. Because if you can hit the Cassidy with this ult, you guys hard win this fight. Yeah, because then you the Twitch wouldn't die.
I saw the opportunity, but I wasn't quick enough. I saw it a little bit too late. I think that's the thing. I had the idea, but the idea came too late.
Yeah.
To ult him, so he couldn't ult.
It was a really weird stun, by the way. Like it must have been like pixel perfect. This was like.
Can you go back? Can you go back? Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
I think it's the one where you land it between them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just that it looks weird.
Which is really hard to do.
Yeah, and then this, the sad thing is, I think if you play properly from this point, you actually just win the game.
Yeah, I just got a bit.
Yeah, you got a little bit overzealous here. This is something that I noticed you doing quite a bit, like even before.
Yeah, I find it very hard to know, like, when we finally get an advantage, like, What's the... How do we play?
You have to have a setup. Like, you have to have vision. That's why I'm always talking about vision. Because if you don't see them, and especially if your whole team isn't there, even if your whole team is there, you don't go for this.
Yeah.
Because if the thing is, it's the same thing as when we were talking about over here. Is that if the enemy team sees you coming, but you don't see them, you can't dodge away from their stuff. They can literally just like throw all their stuff from the focal war, and it's like impossible to miss in that case.
Yeah.
So like even if your entire team is here to try and pick this way, you don't go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you can't dodge any of this because you don't see any of it coming.
Yeah.
So you just get one shot. Back when I was still playing in like Diamond or whatever, in Season 4, Season 5, I made a rule for myself that I do not go for any place unless I can see in front of me.
Got it.
But if you want to make a play over here, you want to have ward over here. If you want to make a play like over here, you want to have like these places warded. For example, you have to see in front of you before you do something, unless you know or unless you can see them on the like
unless
other ways
you
of the map.
know that they can't be there. Yeah. But they could have been there, and I was aware that they could have been there. I just coin flipped it.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that this is actually the first time that you have an advantage in this game, and then you just do this, and the game just becomes a loss because of this. So yeah, like don't make plays until you can actually see what's going on. It's really important, especially when you're playing Bard, because you can't just like throw like even if you see a Twitch alone in the lane or whatever, like say that you're on a full side or whatever. You can't just tunnel through and ult him and just run at him, because if his team is already here, unless you have like a Malphite ult coming in with Yasuo ult, whatever, you just can't go for the play.
Yeah.
And also one thing to always keep in mind is that when you're winning, you have a lot more to lose than anything does. Like the Elder.
We're not really winning. I mean.
Yeah, I mean you are winning as long as you have Baron or as long as you have Elder.
Elder. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
As long as you have like you have 230 to get Baron and extend this by another like 3 minutes. Because you have to have Elder or you have to have Baron to win at this point.
Agreed. Otherwise, it's not winnable with Hextech Drake and the champions that they have. Yeah. Yeah,
so you have precious little time to do something. And also, if you miss that opportunity, then you're going to lose. Which is what happened here.
It's hard because you have precious little time, so you have to make use of the time, but at the same time, you can't int.
Yeah, you can't just, like, brute force it.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. All this came down to is just counting heads. How many people does any team have? How many people do we have?
Yeah.
Yeah, this question mark should be like the most dangerous symbol you will ever see in your life playing this game. Because if you don't know, how the hell can you make a decision? That's good.
Yeah. That as soon as I did this, I remember thinking, I just griefed this. I should just be auto-attacking minions.
Yeah, you should already be autoing minions. And you should be autoing the backline.
The backline,
Pretty important that you auto the backline instead of the front line. Because the backline minions are a whole lot harder to hit once these guys can come back to lane. Because you have to extend yourself over here to hit them, whereas with these you can just hit them from here. So they can't return damage to you.
Yeah, so, I actually remember this, and I remember it being a mistake. I did it anyway.
Yeah, because when you look at this this bot lane, they definitely have better shove than you do. So once you get to the lane first, you basically have to make sure that you get to level 2 first. But yeah, ignoring the minions here is definitely a mistake. You should have been autoing these minions. You should have dropped like 3 to 4 autos on these backline minions before the enemy team even comes back to the lane. This is something that I think I mentioned this already, is that you use your Q.
Q's on cooldown, yes.
Yeah, once you hit level 2. Because I used to do this a lot when I was playing Thresh. And it feels really bad when you hit level 2, and then you figure out, oh shit, my Q is on cooldown, I can't do anything. That sucks.
Can't actually make the play.
Yeah, I can't actually do anything even though we could just get a double kill here. Yeah, the enemy team still makes a mistake. But not. But yeah, like see how long we have to wait. We have 5 seconds until we get to have our Q in this fight.
Could have had a double stun there.
Yeah, you could have had a double stun or a stun, or like this should have been at least one summoner burn for free.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay.
Oh, this is actually a pretty interesting one. Will you look at this?
Yeah.
Do you think going back to bot lane is the way to go? Do you see anything else?
Yeah, I see that my jungler is top.
Hmm?
She's just finished a clear.
Yeah, she's probably pressing B
Yeah.
after this one.
Yeah, she's pressing B. Yasuo is gonna walk back to lane. Jungler is gonna probably go bot side next. Because her bot camp should be coming up next. I'm lost here. I don't know. What am I missing? I mean, Teemo. Oh wait, the wave is pushing to Yasuo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And the Yasuo is coming back to lane.
That's the point. Yasuo's come back to lane, and the wave is coming to Yasuo. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's before level 6, so Teemo doesn't have mushrooms to protect him.
Yeah, and if you're really paying attention...
Give me 1 second. There's a phone call. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, like this is something that Bard is really good at. Because there are two things that that allow this top roam. Number one, what is the enemy bot lane gonna do? They're gonna shove the wave.
They want to shove and reset.
Yeah, press P. And then what? Nothing happens. So once you see lane states like this, you know that you usually have about one minute to do whatever the hell you want on the map. Number two, the lane is pushing you into your Yasuo, and your Yasuo is also resetting from base. And if you were really paying attention, you would have seen that like this is also why pressing dab is really important, like checking people's items. Because you would see that the Teemo has the dagger. If you're really paying close to attention, you probably see that he already also is DP. So you know that the Teemo is back. The Teemo does not want to back.
Yes.
So those are the two important things. Any bot lane wants to back, Teemo wants to back, or doesn't want to back. I had the opposite. Yeah. Because if it has gone through here and sit in this bush, by the time you get here, the way is going to be somewhere over here. And then if you come from behind...
So much better. This play is so much better.
Yeah, Teemo is dead. He has no flash, by the way. You wouldn't know this, probably, but yeah, Teemo is dead. And then if Teemo dies, then Yasuo has free reign in top lane. And you miss nothing in bot lane. Because Emix is gonna be here to catch the wave.
He's
and
just
then,
gonna be there and he's gonna catch the wave.
Yeah, and then, if we take this even further ahead, something might be happening in mid lane afterwards, after we do this little play in here. And your jungler at the same time should have done his...
He should have done the bottom quadrant.
Yeah, should have been done with this. So now, if the enemy mid laner is pushing into you, you actually have another 1v3 in mid lane. Because this guy's like, no way in hell is this guy gonna be paying attention to what's happening in top lane. So now you just like win 2 lanes. Or potentially win 2 lanes. And even if you don't win 2 lanes, after the top lane play, if you have a pink ward, blah blah blah, you kill Teemo, walk into the enemy jungle, get the timer on Grom, walk over here, put on the pink ward over here, go to mid lane. If something happens in mid lane, hey, we can play. If not, then we just move the bot lane, nothing is missed in bot lane. But this is one of those, like, this is why people in like really high MMR used to call Bard the most broken champion in the game, like a year ago when he was a little bit overtuned. Because he could do stuff like this all the time.
Yeah.
It also comes down to understanding when can you lead the lane, and what can you do with that.
Especially if I have the knowledge that he doesn't have TP, like it's so demoralizing for the Teemo.
Yeah. Also, yeah, like
Yasuo can set up a freeze.
Yeah, like let's just have a look at this, right? We would be somewhere on here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we would be here somewhere. Like we would be almost in the tribush at this moment. Yeah, we can just come over here, sit in the bush, wait for Yasuo to come. Yasuo comes. Yeah, game over. What do you think? Is your HP more important than Lux's, or is Lux's HP more important than yours in this situation?
I think mine is more important, actually.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
Yeah.
Because this guy wants to back, right?
She wants to back. She wants to back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the damage on this guy doesn't matter at all.
It's an exit trade for her.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all if he takes damage here. But in the meantime, you already backed. You want to go back to bot lane. You don't want to take damage.
No,
so why are we trading into this guy? Doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, in this case, I kind of wanted to like this. This looks like an autopilot roam to me. Because at this point, nothing is happening in mid lane. If you really want to do something, you go top lane. At the same time, these guys are pushing into your tower.
Yeah, there's no reason to be mid. It's either top or bot.
Yeah, one or the other. Because the thing about Bard's bullshit tunnels, yeah, we can just go through here. I'm pretty sure MF has ult, and yeah, you guys are ahead in this lane. Yeah, you just tunnel through. Or you can wait until this guy uses Q if you really want to. If the Seraphine uses something, if you're really scared of like getting one shot or something, or you make sure that he doesn't have any passive stacks, whatever. Just tunnel through.
Yeah.
You come from behind. MF opens with ult. Good luck. But instead, what we do here is we're just kind of here. I mean, your ADC wanted to use them anyway, but still, it doesn't make any sense. That shouldn't happen. Like, we should force the play. Like, I hope that you're like just seeing, because like you guys are so strong in this
Yeah,
2v2.
I see that. I see that.
Like, he can 1v2 them, but like he shouldn't be allowed to. If you have to force the play for this to happen normally.
Yes. Yes.
This is something that I kind of noticed, or have noticed before, is that when you're winning, you're not actively like making calls to make the game end quicker.
Right.
It's like over here, you have a bot side warded, you have 3 wards, Herald is up, why not just go there and take it? They cannot fight you.
Yeah.
Because when you're ahead, I always say this, the game is basically won at this point, as long as you don't throw. The longer the game goes on for, the easier it is to throw.
Agreed.
Yeah, just play for the objectives whenever they're up. If they try to fight you guys on these objectives, same thing. Clear vision. Couple of wars in the enemy jungle, they had to walk into you. Good luck playing into like Bard ult. Face check into a Bard ult and Bard. Ease. Yeah, good luck playing.
Yeah.
Like, this is Bard's heaven right here.
Yeah.
This is exactly what Bard wants to do. Just play on the objectives. End the game quicker. Yeah. And the thing is that you said that you like throw quite a bit. When you're just playing for... Because here's the thing about like gold. The enemy team is going to run straight into you when this objective spawns, no matter what. So you don't have to run at the enemy team in between if you're winning.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make these plays again. Because you know that if you just control this area when you have Elder...
Control let them come into us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they have to walk into you here. They have to walk into you here. And you know, because
they want the objective. And they're greedy motherfuckers, so they're gonna walk in.
Yeah, even though they shouldn't. But because it's gold, they feel like they have to do it.
Yeah, if it was Hyela, it would be like, hey guys, let's just give this one Drake, wait for Elder to finish.
Yeah, because in the last game that you played, if it was Hyela and you got the Elder, what these guys would be doing is they're gonna go, okay, well, we have to wait for Elder to go away, we have to wait for Baron to go away, and then as long as we don't lose our entire base and all these towers, we're still gonna win. Because we outscale them. They cannot fight us 5-5.
Yeah.
So we had to take this like slow retreat, like fighting retreat. Where we're kind of like hanging around and like slowing them down as much as possible so we don't lose our entire base. But we don't commit to a fight. Gold players don't do that. They just commit to every single fight. They have to go in. They just had to fight.
Yeah.
Is that you were like 2 minutes on the map without any wards, so now the entire map is dark again. Because you didn't have the wars to refresh any of these. It doesn't matter in this game because you're so far ahead. But
we're so far ahead, but in other games it might matter. Yeah.
But if the claim is or if the game is a little bit more even, then if you let these wars die, you again have to face into this, and that's not what you want. Like, you have to have this constant cycle of like when these wars are about to go down, you refresh them because you want to be able to see what's going on here. Because if you stay on the map for this long and you let these wards go dark and you walk over here, get caught, and Baron is up, that's just throw for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you should like do it all the time, but because you really want to be staying on the map for that long sometimes. I'm just saying that it's really important that you don't like let this ward line go for pretty much no reason. Because you work really hard for this ward line, right?
Yeah.
Why would you just let it go?
Yeah.
Especially if you use these wards to get like a one team fight or something, then you want to refresh them. Press P, and then you have all of this refreshed, And then once these go out again, you have the tempo because you already pressed B, you have the wars, now you can refresh them again.
Yep.
I think those are the main
Yeah.
things.